All right, I got some of these compounding diagonal cutting pliers to cut the hog rings off. I heard about that on Vice Grip Garage, and this is fantastic. These are really hard to cut with regular dikes, and these worked really well. I've already cut these loose, and I'll of course be going around the seat. And here's the piece of paper. It looks like it's probably 24 pound, maybe a little heavier, but it is just paper, and it's protecting the seats from hitting the upholstery. I'm probably going to reuse that. I mean, it's absolutely fine. There's no rust back here. This is pretty incredible. Okay, I was looking at how the piping and the edge of it's bolted. It looks like they got 3 hog rings on it. We're going to pull those off, and I think there'll be some more underneath. I don't remember the first time I did in seat covers on my Nova was in the early 90s, so I really don't remember. And when I got the Nova, it had already had a lot of things done to it, so I don't know of what I had was original or not. Okay, I'll try not to hurt these seat covers, because you would be able to pattern these and recreate. Yeah, okay, once we get that's the folded over the back part, and it appears to be hog rings down here. There's 2. I don't know if I cut. Yeah, there's 2 of them. I'm gonna probably have to cut another piece off that so it will release without damaging anything. There we go. All right. I got that one. Alrighty. Now I think that as we work around, I think there's also going to be, yes, okay, there's another piece of piping on the upholstery, and it is hog ring back here. That helps the seat tuck up here. If you get the original type seat covers, they're made just like this. I have done some not original type seat covers, and they don't have this and don't fit anywhere near as nice. Yeah, but my previous seat covers, I would just get a pair of pliers and turn these, but I wasn't trying to save anything because the other stuff was just completely worn out. I did find on this side there appears to have been a hog ring. I'm not exactly sure where it went, but we have more of them on this side. There's one here and one there. And I thought I had already cut it. I'm gonna cut it in 2 places. Maybe. Okay. Yeah, and there's one over here. And of course this is the same as the other side. Okay. The other ones were pretty obvious. It had hog ring on pretty much every one of these that you can see all around. So we got them all loose. And we'll pull the cover down. Set these back. Alright, yeah, I figured there'd be some still want to hold on. Like I said, we're going to try to save these. Alright. And that's off. I'm not sure how they did this at the factory, but you can see that's that. Yeah, it looks like they did just kind of cut it. That side is a little better than this one's a little more jagged. There's another one of those spacing washers. It appears on the inside. I don't remember that being present on my original seat or my original 69 seat. Okay. Let's see. That off. Yep, another washer on this side. That may be. I'm not sure that's plastic. It almost feels like cardboard, kind of. Maybe an asphalt material. I don't know. Let's try to get this in some place. Okay. Alright, I think it's all loose at the front. I'm going to roll it over. And just pull the front off if I can. And how this stayed tight for this long, I do not know. I know it's going to be tricky getting up. And I haven't taken these bolts off yet, so... Okay, the foam is not even bad. I've heard that it's typically hog ringed, but I do not feel any. Yeah, there's looks like a couple of hog rings that are holding this on. Yeah, we've got one here. They put very few. Really trying not to damage any of this. This does look similar to what was in my 69. I bought a replacement cover that's on the other seat. I don't know if we'll do a video on it or not, but it was not like this. It was much thicker. I believe that there is a crossover between how these seats were covered in the 60s and at some point in the 70s. I know, like, I have a 76 K20 and it uses a much thicker piece of foam, and I think this is still the older style, almost like what you would see in something from early 60s, maybe even the 50s. Yep, there we go. Okay, so we can, yep, that's it. It just has the handful hog rings, and there's the burlap with the stays. It's, I think it has maybe contact, yeah, there is contact cement holding this on. Looks like the wires and the burlap are looped around that cord. Alrighty. My original seat from the Nova there was cotton on this. But I don't know that those seats had not already been recovered. Because it did not have the original seat covers on the old Nova when I got it. Okay, so it does appear there was, no, that wasn't attached, but I'm not sure if this was molded foam or not, or it was just molded itself from age. I know the one I took out of my 69 was something like this. The foam is slightly deteriorated. We may be able to use the foam of the new piece that I got for the seats in the Nova, but they were significantly thicker than this. I had a friend help me in going and cut it down to where it's more like the thickness of this. And this is, like I say, the burlap is pretty much gone. But since the stays are in the correct location and attached here, we're just going to burlap over this. I may need to roll some cotton batting over that like was done in the Nova, because I'm sure we've lost a little bit of padding here. And I don't want any of the springs to dig into this. Of course, we may be using the other one. I won't know till I take the other seat back apart. But it looks really good. I mean, there's some minor surface rust. I probably should paint it, but this is just superficial, and I'm not going to bother. This piece is still intact. The piece of jute, kind of a thin jute, and this is just absolutely remarkable. Looks like we are a little higher in the sides, a little lower. I do know that these springs are thinner if you get replacement springs to redo a seat. About the only thing you can find now is far thicker than this, and you need to be really careful, because that's why we're doing this. The other seat, I resprung it. Long story, but I did not have anything to go by, and I wound up with this seat being way too high. I mean, it's so high my head nearly hits the headliner in the car. So that's one of the main reasons we're doing this, and that may be able to get fixed. This piece, it has dimples where your springs go, and I don't know, maybe somebody knows if you could get this weight, because this gives you a really good feel. I mean, this is just the right amount of tension, having these somewhat narrower gauge springs. You know, we do have a little bit of dip from people sitting, but I sat on it. It doesn't squeak. It's extremely comfortable. So I don't think there's really anything else I want to show. This will take a minute to work out, and there's probably another hog ring left somewhere. But I think that's about it. And like I say, the hardware is still on here, so this won't come off yet. Yeah, this piece is just held in place by the where the vinyl goes over it. And I think that's all for this. If we find anything else interesting, probably put it in another video, or maybe we'll try to add on this one. I don't know. Y'all take care. This is something a little bit interesting. I was taking these out, and it's the same in the 69, so I think this is probably some type of self-tapping bolt that they use in these. I don't know how well you can see it on video, but this thing is kind of triangular. I've kind of seen that before. I mean, I don't know that it would matter that you used anything like that when you're putting one back together, but this is the last piece that should be holding the seat on. All right. Oh, we missed the hog ring. Down here. Okay, yeah, that's on the piping. All right, there we go. All right, and the looks like I got all the hog rings on the bottom. And nope. That's not right. Okay, so that's it. Okay. It looks like it feels like it's synthetic. I don't think that's cotton. But like I say, this piece just lays there. And it looks like it is supposed to go under the upholstery. And that's pretty much it. And like I say, this thing, I don't know that anybody's going to find one in this condition. Of course, there's plenty of things, because people just drove this. This was just an ordinary car back in the day. And anyhow, well, I think that wraps this up. We're probably just going to swap the seat backs that we already covered in the Nova onto this seat. And we should probably just look at that seat real quick. I don't know how the lighting is going to be. All right, come around. Okay. So this is what we got going on with this one. And like I say, I resprung this. It's way too high. That's why we're doing all this. And hopefully be able to fix this later. I don't know if I'll ever do another Nova, but maybe I can pass it along to somebody that would need it. Like I say, I don't have those caps. I've just got a C-clip in there and a washer, and I didn't know that this is supposed to have those washers in there. So we'll probably do that, because I noticed with a nice gap in the other seat, these fold better, because this is very stiff and you have to kind of hold it. I'm hoping, but I did have to add more padding into this, because these seats were in far worse condition than that ever was. Anyhow, I think that wraps it up. And if we find anything else unique, we'll certainly do another video on it. All right, bye again.